Gone with the wind.
Yeah. Gone with the Mimphs.
Frankly, my Ewok, I don't give a lurdo.
Give it Kavarg.
Yeah, there we go.
Welcome back, everybody, to Star Wars Total Rewatch, where we're still going through Season 2 of Ewoks. I'm Aaron, here with Daniel and Cody, and today we have one of those wonderful two-part episodes.
Two-part filler episode.
Yeah. Gone with the Mimphs and The First Apprentice, both from October 18th of 1986. So how about those Mimphs?
Gone with Mimphs. All right, so this one starts off, there's a Hanadak rampaging around. So the Ewoks send off their warriors to go to battle, and they tell Wicket that he can't come along because he's such a little baby. So Wicket gets upset, and he decides to go tackle the Hanadak himself. However, when he does, he gets thrown into a river, gets conked in the head, and wakes up being captured by a bunch of little mouse creatures called Mimphs, which he then saves them from the Hanadak, and then he goes on his way. The end.
And they think Wicket died.
Yeah, he left his slingshot behind at the scene of the Hanadak fight.
Yep. His friends think he's dead.
But they never say that word.
Right.
They can't say the word dead, it seems.
Tebow starts to go, duh, duh, duh. And then Latara says,
Hanadak meat.
Hanadak meat. Oh no.
Bantha Pudu. Yeah, Tebow's trying to say this word, and he's in a cartoon, so it's impossible for him to do so.
Yeah.
Starting to realize he lives in a cartoon.
So nice we get to see some more, the Hanadak. The Hanadak was in one of the earlier episodes too, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's in a couple of them.
We've seen those guys a handful of times.
I pulled this up. You see it?
Yeah.
This is the one that killed Nisa and Ash's mom.
So we're looking at a picture of it here, and it's different than the one in this episode. It's kind of purplish, where the one in this episode is more blue, right? Gray.
I mean, they're just the same kind of creature. I don't think it's the same one. Even if it had the same fur color, I couldn't say it's the same one.
There might be a few different variety.
Right.
Like black bears and brown bears.
This is the gray Hanadak. Hanadak the Gray, you could say.
He's a great wizard among his people.
Yeah, so some two Ewoks are out and about, and they see a Hanadak, so they charge him with their spears.
Is one of them supposed to be Chukatrak?
Looks like Chukatrak.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, can we make a comment that we kind of missed on the last episode? One of the three warriors getting their belts or getting promoted or whatever, Chukatrak was one of them, apparently. And we didn't realize until we were done recording. So
yeah, and here at Star Wars Total Rewatch podcast, we pride ourselves in excellence and transparency, as well as being able to correct our mistakes.
so yeah.
I just want to give Chukatrak the recognition he deserves.
Oh yes,
that's my primary reason.
So Wicket goes out looking for the Hanadak to fight it because he's practically a warrior in his mind.
Right.
So he starts tying it up.
He wants to get a fang for his belt of honor. Hanadak fang. I guess that would go a long way in completing his belt of honor. He plans to just rip it out of the Hanadak's mouth while it's sleeping.
Yeah, he's pretty ambitious.
Sizing it up. Yeah, this is going to look great on my belt.
Such a bad idea, Wicket. He's climbing up on the, let sleeping Hanadaks lie, is what they say.
That is what they say.
On Endor, they say that.
It's a common warning.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, he wakes up. Wicket gets thrown into the river.
Washed away.
Washed away, yeah. Much like Asha did.
Indeed.
Oh. Yeah, but he gets knocked out by a rock going down this waterfall. It's kind of intense. He could have died.
I know.
Of course, they had really silly sound effects for when he actually got bonked.
The sound effect of him on the rocks.
Kavark! There goes my Hanadak fang and my slingshot. Oh no!
What a weird sound.
Right? I know. Just
here's some little hummingbirds. Nice transition.
Are those the humming peepers we had in a different episode?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, that's definitely them. Here's what they look like.
Okay. What did they put people to sleep somehow? Put some Dulocs to sleep?
Your classic humming peeper behavior.
Yeah. So the other three are out looking for Wicket. What is Tebow holding?
Well, it's magic Hanadak repellent.
Yeah.
Oh, right. It does say that. It stinks. Okay.
When he says, well, this is just my magic Hanadak repellent, Latara looks so mad.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? That's what that stuff is supposed to be.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to help here. Oh, right. I forgot all about this. I forgot already, even though we just watched this. Because it doesn't even have any purpose to this. They run into the Teagles.
Yeah.
Remember the Teagles from the Shrieks? Homer's Where the Shrieks Are.
The gambler card playing weasel things.
Yeah, the three Teagle brothers.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of relevance in that one either.
Nope.
They just show up and do something and leave again.
Pretty much their entire job is to just convey plot.
Yep.
I think that's about right. And you need 3 of them to do it, apparently.
Yeah, they just show up and they say they saw Wicket fighting a Hanadak down by the river. And they're like, okay, let's go find him down by the river. It's like, are they not going that way anyway? Whatever. All right. This is the fun stuff right here. This is good. Get to see the Mimphs. Basically, what's his name? The Gulliver's Travels. That's what it
Yeah.
is. That's what the situation is here that Wicket finds himself in.
It very much is.
The Lilliputians have tied him up on a cart.
And the Lilliputians are the Mimphs. Little mice.
Mimphs. Yeah.
Little cartoon mice. They talk in a high-pitched voice. In a voice like this. This is basically their voice. Like, I could do that voice.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, it pretty much becomes King Kong.
Yeah, he's a spectacle.
From one movie connection to another.
All the Mimphs putting him on display with him tied up. They open up the curtain to reveal the giant monster.
Right.
Like, Ray, you captured an Ewok. So what I was thinking, so here the Mimphs have caught a giant Ewok. They've captured him. I was thinking, what if the Ewoks are to the Mimphs what the Hanadak is to the Ewoks? What if the Hanadak just wants to be left alone, but the Ewoks are out there trying to capture him and put him on display for their village,
They were going to capture him.
Right. This is like a lesson for Wicket to learn here that, maybe they should just try to understand the Hanadak. Not such a bad guy.
A lot of levels of commentary in this episode here. I didn't realize.
That's really not the case, though. The Hanadak is just totally on a rampage.
I like the Mimphs' village. Again, like the Ewoks, they have lots of little treehouse things.
I know, that's exactly. They look like they're like built on like grass instead of trees.
Their houses get blown over pretty easily.
Yeah. Wicket just sighs and destroys their house. Apparently the Mimphs were in a shot in the theme song here. I don't know what this is. A creature attacks the Mimphs.
Yeah, okay. There is a little, very short moment in the opening theme where some monster is holding up nymph houses on, like, blades of grass.
And these aren't cattails.
And I don't recognize that creature either, so either we haven't seen it yet, or it's
No.
just another random thing for the credits.
Could have just been made up for the, yeah. But yeah, here comes the Hanadak. So like that's what I was thinking, like the size perspective here. Here's the little Mimphs to Wicket. Here's Wicket to Hanadak, and then here's the Mimphs to the Hanadak. Like, holy crap, they're so small.
Yeah, when they go after him, they're like little ants.
Yeah, just on his leg. they go after
Yeah. I mean, they're brave. I'll give them that.
Right. The Hanadak steps on their entire village. One giant step destroys their whole
One
village.
giant, one small step for a Hanadak, one giant leap for a Mimph.
One destroyed village for the Mimphs.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, right.
Wicket says, "Leave the Hanadak to me," and he blindfolds it, and the Hanadak falls in the river and goes over a waterfall. I guess he will never come back.
I mean, yeah, this is a kid show after all.
He's gonna join a tribe of wolves
He's
now.
down at the bottom of the waterfall here. Wicket is sad he didn't get the fang to put on his belt, though. And so the Mimphs, they offer him a Mimph tooth that was knocked out of one of them
During the fight.
During the fight. So that's a good thing for his belt.
Like, he can barely see it.
Tiny little tooth. That'll look real good on his belt.
Oh, yeah. And then Tara and Tebow are just losing it. They keep repeating themselves about him being Hanadak meat.
Hanadak meat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Latara was just saying, if he was here right now, I'd tell him what a brave Ewok he was. And so, of course, he comes in and says, yeah, what's that, Latara? What was that you were saying?
I defeated the Hanadak? Okay. You're the bravest Ewok in the whole forest.
What a funny thing.
Yep. Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, and that's about it.
It is.
Any further thoughts on this Mimph episode here?
Nope.
No.
All right. Then we will be right back with you. And if you keep this episode playing, there will be no... I don't know why I'm even saying we'll be right back. Whatever. We're going to go away.
We'll be back after this short
after
break.
these messages.
Don't go anywhere.
I'll just play the theme song on loop for 10 minutes, and then we'll come right back in real time. We're going to watch it in real time. I'm not going to skip it for the listener's sake.
All right.
Like an intermission. All right. We're going to watch the show now, and we'll talk to you when it's over.
We're back.
Oh, yeah, we don't have to do an intro.
Yeah, if you're listening, you probably haven't gone anywhere, but we just watched The First Apprentice. So, here it is, First Apprentice. Anybody want to give a very quick rundown of what happened?
Sure. We are shown the wizard Zarak, who is a former apprentice of Logray's, but he wanted to learn more things about magic that some might consider unnatural, dark side of the force. So he went to a mountain and continued to train. But then he has a pool, apparently, that he asks. The pool of prophecy. It says, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the greatest wizard of them all? And it shows Tebow. I think it's just saying Tebow has the potential or something to be great. But he decides he should train Tebow then. He doesn't want Logray training Tebow. So he finds the Ewoks in the forest. He entices Tebow to train under him. And then Tebow is the worst, and he decides he doesn't actually want to train him anymore. He's just going to kill him off. But then Logray and the other Ewoks come and save him, and Zarak is no more.
There you go.
Yeah, a lot of weird magic stuff.
Yeah. So, Zarak is an Ewok.
Yes.
I thought that was interesting. This is our first Ewok villain.
Yeah.
Am I right about that? I don't think we've had any Ewoks who have gone bad.
Oh, that's kind of cool to see.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm trying to remember if there was any. They don't really ever see Ewoks that aren't like affiliated with their own village. You got to assume there's other villages out there having their own adventures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Zarak's Wikipedia page says his affiliations, where usually it will say Ewoks of Bright Tree Village. You know.
That's where they all live.
Yeah. This one says unidentified Ewok tribe, so I don't even know where he's from.
Well, somehow he knew Logray and trained under him.
Yeah, he was training under him, maybe, but he might not have even been part of their village if he just wanted to learn magic from Logray.
He was a pupil of mine before he turned to evil.
Yeah, I know. It feels like an old student turned to the dark side kind of situation.
Which are very numerous in Star Wars, let's be honest.
Seduced by the dark side.
Have we seen one of those before? What?
I like it though. I like.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
It was something a little bit different.
Well, it's more to the magic stuff. There's so much magic stuff like in these shows. Just keep on getting more. It's really opening up. You know?
Yeah. They still manage to have plenty of like filler nonsense cartoon slapstick stuff, and even in like these short like 10-minute episodes or 11-minute episodes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to figure out how that's possible, but it is. Because at the same time, I'm like feeling that they could have easily stretch this one out to a full-length episode.
They could have cut some of the stupid stuff and just focused on Zarak, because he's a really interesting character.
Yeah.
And having these dumb Ewoks just doing dumb things like, is not interesting.
Oh, they're just a bunch of Ewoks having fun, as they say in their song, their theme song.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's what the show is actually about. All this other stuff is just distraction. I wanted to comment on Zarak's glider. Oops. It's pretty awesome looking. Looks like it's like made out of some kind of dragon skin.
Yeah,
And he like summons it to him.
I thought it was like his
That's
pet
magic.
dragon when I first saw it.
It's a glider, yeah, but it has like the tail on it and stuff. It's just awesome looking. It's like this is the coolest Ewok we've ever seen, and he
Right?
knows it.
Oh yeah. He entices Tebow with his cool tricks.
Right, yeah.
None of those lame tricks.
Yeah, Logray is trying to teach Tebow some very basic magic skills.
Teaching him a paper airplane folding spell, but yeah, he can't even do that right. The paper airplane just is out of control, runs into everything. And he's showing his friends too, and it's like just causing total chaos.
It's like it's Leviosa.
Yeah. It's like a classic Ron Weasley.
Yeah.
And then Zarak shows up. They don't know who Zarak is. He's impressing them with some fire spells.
Just blowing stuff up.
And then Nisa starts to remember who Zarak is. She's like, I've heard that name before. She's like, hey, you're that wizard. And he's like,
Sleep.
bam, sleeping spell.
Yeah, you'd think that alone would make them suspicious,
cool.
but somehow they don't seem to realize he did it.
Right.
It's like, oh, she fell asleep. That's odd.
So Latara and Wicket carry Nisa back to the treehouse. Tebow goes with Zarak. And then we get this whole filler section putting Nisa in a cart, and the cart is cruising around like rolling
Crashing
around
through the marketplace.
village.
I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know, just seeing like this Ewok marketplace.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of Ewoks here. So this is Chukatrak,
Okay, so he's there.
his purple hood. Yeah.
What else do we have? I actually didn't recognize many of
I
them.
think they show the same ones. Like there's this guy that has like hair over his eyes. I think they showed him in the last episode. There's this one back here that kind of looks like a raccoon. I thought it was one of those other creatures, like the raccoon guys, you know? What were they called?
Oh, the Scandits.
I think it's an Ewok though, but I think that'd be interesting if they like had other people come in to trade at their market.
Oh, maybe these are the ones from the other villages.
Could be.
That's why we don't see them so often.
Maybe there's some that look like little raccoons. Man, they destroy the market, and then they crash into Logray's hut.
He says, was there something you wanted?
Need something? But he recognizes that Nisa is under a sleeping spell, and so they let him know, like, this guy Zarak showed up. He says Zarak used to be his apprentice. His impatience turned him evil. He says, I refused to teach Zarak evil magic. He tried to steal the Sun Star, and then Chief Chirpa banished him. But, like, it's almost like he forgot about him. You know, like, he just left. But, like, Zarak's still been out there, just probably still learning magic and, you know, pretty powerful guy.
Oh yeah, seems like it. He's kind of alone in his cave, but he's got some tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah.
Wonder where he learned all that from.
He's communing with the dark side of the Force. Like here he's
Yeah.
lifting a boulder. He says, look, you can lift this boulder, then hurl it at your enemy.
Right.
Ha ha ha. I mean, it's using the Force for your own
Yeah.
gain.
Lifting rocks that's classic Force practicing move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is great, though. So I don't know what this pool of prophecy is.
No real explanation to that
But
thing.
he goes here. He's like, because Tebow is just so dumb. He can't even lift a rock.
Oh yeah, so the guy's just. Let me just double check. Are you sure about this magic lake?
Yeah, okay. It's to specify. I guess the pool said he asked the pool if there's any wizard that could defeat him,
Yeah.
and it showed him Tebow. But yeah, the pool replies with a bubbly voice. It's true.
Is that what it said? I didn't catch that.
Well, listen.
This can't be the Ewok who can defeat me.
There's some guy under there just like, "Boo."
Nice.
Yeah, there's actually someone in there.
Yeah, some creature like another Larry or somebody's down there just cracking up.
Another Larry.
Oh, I can't believe this guy believes what I tell
This
him.
guy moved into the mountain. He's just had to pretend he's some magic pool for all this time. Going on so long, he just has to keep it up.
Like I can't stop now. But again, it's like, yeah, showing Tebow's potential, which is interesting because that gives us a little glimpse of maybe his future too.
Well,
He will someday be a great wizard.
Yeah.
the question that's the thing is the question is a wizard that could defeat him, and in the end, I guess he defeats him.
Okay.
It doesn't really mean he's a great wizard.
That's a good point. But Logray tells him he'll be good someday.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Zarek just decides he's just gonna get rid of Tebow. I guess if it's like, if you can't train him, just destroy him, less competition.
Yeah, then he's like, then I don't even have to worry about whether he can defeat me or not. He'll be gone.
So he's gonna send him down into this cavern in his mountain. Another magic thing in this mountain. Like, what in the world, Endor?
Oh yeah.
This place is called the Realm of Spirits.
Pretty nuts.
I don't know what it's even supposed to be. Like, there's no explanation. It looks creepy. It's just like this pit with a circle of rocks in the bottom, and
It kind of has this glowing stuff around it.
yeah, and like smoke.
And he says only the greatest wizards have returned from it.
I don't think he's ever gone in it though. Like, that kind of made me think that like he's, he did it. He returned from it, so he's the greatest wizard. Like, why would you even say only the greatest of wizards are able to enter and return? If he hadn't,
Or maybe he's just trying to tempt Tebow.
I don't know.
Right, like who else has he seen go in there and come out again? Maybe we're not supposed to wonder about it, but I didn't wonder about it. Watching the episode, it didn't really cross my mind why this thing was here. I just thought, oh, that's weird. But like now having to pause and talk about it,
Well,
yeah.
there's
what is that
definitely
thing?
places in Star Wars that are like strong. Well, mostly we see strong in the dark
Yeah.
side of the Force.
Nexus is the Force.
A nexus of the Force. I like that. Is that actually what they're called?
But Dagobah, like the cave on Dagobah, convergence points.
A virgins, you say?
Yeah, a vergence or nexus point. A place that the Force was centered around. A place or object. So
Well, there you go. Again, the Force is strong on this planet. Okay, so how about this? We thought it was just a random place they showed up in Return of the Jedi, and now we're discovering all the stuff about it. So Endor is already strong in the Force, hence that is why the Death Star was brought to this location, and the epic events unfolded here for that reason.
sure. Yeah, no.
That's my new
No, I'm
reading
starting to
of this Ewok series.
So the article on Force Vergence has the quote from Qui-Gon about
Oh.
little Anakin. He actually says, I have encountered a vergence in the Force, which I never considered that line. Obi-Wan asks, located around a person? He says, yes, a boy.
That's very interesting, actually.
Right?
We can maybe get back to that with episode 1, but
Yeah. Like, what is Anakin actually?
I don't think I realized what that word meant.
No,
I thought it meant like a divergence, like the path
a
that things have been
disruption.
taking.
Yeah.
Yeah, will be changed now, but
It's actually like a center point. Very interesting. I like the idea of that.
see, who knew? Who knew? People ask why are we watching all these, and this is why.
Sure. No, totally.
There's a lot of things you can find here if you look really hard.
Good. Yeah, then we get to see a wizard battle here.
Oh, yeah.
A wizard's duel.
That's what we came here for.
Logray versus Zarok, his apprentice, his former apprentice. And now I will become the master.
When I left, I was but the learner, and now I am the master.
Now I am the master.
Yeah, there you go.
So Wicket is not a magic user, but he can still jump on his head and tie his cape around Zarak's
Got it.
head, you know?
Wicket loves blindfolding people.
It works. But Zarak's got this gem, also very much not explained. But they use a lot of magic gems in Ewoks.
Yeah.
Magic rings.
Well, I mean, the rings are powerful because of the gems.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll go with that.
They're force items, right? Like a nexus, some kind of vergence. I don't know.
Yeah, if I had to put a word for it.
Relics. Yeah, maybe it's like an old Sith relic.
Ooh. There are a lot of random hidden temples on this.
Yeah.
I was going to say on this planet. It's a moon, I guess.
It is. Latara and Nisa are helping Tebow up because he was hanging off the cliff.
Yeah, almost fell into that well of spirits.
And then they're like, "Oh, Wicket's in trouble now," and so they just let him hang there.
Like they pulled him up like the minimum amount for him to survive, and they're like, "Okay, next person."
Right. And then he's just
next
left
Ewok
hanging
we need
there.
to save.
It's just like, oh.
Thanks, guys. Zarak summons rock hands out of the ground and grabs all of them.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
And of course, Tebow uses his leaf folding trick, sends a bunch of paper airplanes after Zarak, and he just doesn't know what to do. Drops his medallion and it breaks, and he just falls off a cliff into running away from paper airplanes.
And he literally just is like, jump.
Falls into that well. And Cody, you totally called that while we were watching it.
Yeah, it's pretty cookie cutter.
Said, I bet he's going to use that leaf trick he was learning at the beginning.
We know what to expect now, which is not much.
Oh, but I liked that. The leaf he was trying to use didn't seem to be working, but all these other leaves behind him were starting to rise up.
Right.
So, like, he was projecting more of the force than he realized.
He was holding his wand backwards.
Tebow.
Oh, Tebow. So dumb. Yeah, this realm of the spirits thing when he falls in. I don't know. It just looks like there's like lightning and stuff going on. Makes me think of that planet in Rise of Skywalker. You know,
Exegol.
that like super dark side.
Exegol. Yeah, okay. I can see some connection there. Kind of just covered in cloud and lightning.
Yeah.
Maybe that place was another vergence.
I don't know. I think regardless, they need to do something about this.
Yeah, put up a sign
You
or
know?
something.
Yeah. Put up some railings.
That's not the Ewok way, though. The Ewok way is to just ignore it and then complain when little other Ewoks stumble across it.
Right.
You don't know what it is.
Oh boy. That is the way they do it.
Apparently there's a hyperspace article. Hyperspace was like Star Wars website, which I don't think is really up anymore.
Right.
It was an article called Castaways of Endor, which is about like all these people on Endor.
How everyone keeps crash landing there?
Yeah. And it says it clarified that all the ritualistic magic shown in the Ewoks show is in fact performed through the use of the Force.
Oh, confirmed.
Since Zarak uses his magic for dark purposes, it implies that he is wielding the dark side of the Force.
Okay.
There you go.
That's as we suspected.
Because like we've seen people use magic in this show, like besides Logray, but it's mainly been by using items and gems and things, you know?
Yeah, or one of those rings.
Yeah. Whereas Zarak, I think, is the only other one. Like Logray uses clearly like Force abilities. Zarak is actually using like dark side abilities, which is interesting.
Okay.
And he also had a gem, just a little bonus.
Yeah, I guess would you think Morag would be in that category?
As what?
As using the Force? Or was she just using some items too?
No, she was always using the Sun Star.
Oh, I forgot. She had the other part of that.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Oh, side note. I kept forgetting to mention about Morag, but that's also the name of one of the planets on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, There's no good place to bring that up because she's not going to be in any more episodes. But there you go.
They've tied it all together. All the Disney properties.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. This episode. Not bad. I don't know. I'd give it a yub.
Yeah, the first half of this pair, I would not, with all the little Lilliputians. It was okay, but this one was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, so half a yub from me.
For the total episode.
Oh yeah, I forget. How are we doing that? Or should we do A and B? Let's do A. They're separate stories. Should we do that?
In this case, like, I think it's deserving because it's a very much nub and very much yub.
Yeah, we'll call it that. That's fine. I'm just trying to find the next episode so I can tell people what they'll be listening
It's
for.
called Hard Sell and a Warrior and a Lurdo.
Well, that sounds amazing already.
All right, can't wait.
What will happen to the Ewoks? Find out next time in Hard Sell or a Wizard and a Lurdo.
I'm expecting the second one to be a pun like the Rocky and
Right.
Bullwinkle.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just reading.
I know. That'll be a hard sell. All right. See you next time.
Yep.
Bye.